Hi guys. So today I wanted to do a few small projects around my house. My whole household is, so three of us are in the flu season. Mila's been down with high fever for a few days now. Poor thing, just not herself at all. I feel so bad. So I can't really record my videos because I'm also dealing with some congestion too. So I can do ASMR videos, but it's perfect time for me to like plan and script them some things and come up with new ideas, which is what I've been doing. And I know I get itchy. I get itchy. I need to do something. I need to get up and do something. If I get like cabin fever, get very tired of sitting and just not doing anything, I just look around myself and I have to fix everything. So it was one of those things, and I'll show you what exactly I'm talking about. But the quick story how we got sick. So we just came from our visit to Michigan, where we spent about 2 weeks in early January, and because of the blizzard, it was fun. It was awesome. The snow was great because it was just snowing almost like first time, the actual legit snow, but then it turned into blizzard. And we were like stuck, and a lot of our flights got delayed or canceled. So we ended up spending extra 3 days in Michigan, like between airports. And the thing is that after a while, like on the last day in the airport, we spent like 6 hours after we had delayed flights and delayed, which got canceled at the end, and they didn't reimburse us, and they don't want to reimburse us, and we had to pay for a new flight. But anyway, it's not the main point. But after a certain point, I just couldn't, well, me and Dale, we couldn't really tell Mila anymore, please don't touch that. And when you're in the airport with small children for a few days and you just had to run around constantly, at some point you just let go and you're like, okay, just whatever. And she's very smart, don't get me wrong, she's just a young child and very curious. So she like lay down on the escalator and touched all the ground, and there were some incidents in the bathrooms with touching, and I just cannot always keep up with washing hands. Like I can't just wash hands all the time. So anyway, so what do you know, 2 days later, here we all are, literally down with fevers and everything. One funny thing was very random, but like we had a guy standing in front of us before the train because we need to change terminals after they told us that we have to switch flights anyway. And he literally had a mask on. And a few people travel with masks, that's what they choose to do. But the funny thing is, he took it down and he sneezed like this. Just put it back on. He walked in the train. And we were standing right behind him, and there were crowds behind us, so we're like, don't breathe. And we walked right behind him into the train. I'm like, I bet you this person, I bet he has something, and he just did this terrible, miserable thing, and we all got sick literally 2 days later. So the bottom line is, I want to do some small projects around my house, very small, because again, I'm also getting tired, but I really want it to look pretty because it makes me feel good, it makes me feel more confident. And I've noticed sometimes if you don't give in to the sickness, unless you're like, terribly, like truly sick, but what I have is just congestion. If you don't give in to that, that's what my mom always told me, it's in your head. If you don't let it settle, you're like, well, I'm sick a little bit, but I'll shrug it right off. And it comes right off sometimes. I'm also doing a lot of cleansing and stuff, so very chatty today. I hope you're ready. So my first project that I'm planning on doing is right behind me. So I'm going to show you here. Okay. So this is my mantle area. Well, fireplace area, and our mantle is right here. We used to have a bunch of candles here that are like, one of those battery operated candles that just flicker. But oh my god, the battery runs out like 4 hours later, and there's so many of them and so many batteries, and like after 2 times of replacing batteries, we're like, just don't turn them on. And it just became like a dust collector. We had more candles here, okay? We just took them out. Yes, I've been seeing a lot of like styling bowls with moss balls, so I'm thinking of doing that. So this is a little bit of a better look. We will be installing this mirror. We had a smaller mirror here, but I'd like for scale, I want something bigger. So we got this mirror, and I really like it because I also exercise right here on this carpet here, and I really like a big mirror in front of me. So if you guys have any suggestions, I would love to hear them. We are also the family who has TV above the fireplace. I know it's a thing. A lot of people don't understand it, but we truly had no other option in the way our living room is set up. The bottom line is it's here. I had here vases that were colorful, but they were so distracting. Well, you know, a lot of times people say like nudes and beiges are so calming, so nice. You know, sometimes it gets annoying. It gets like this, it gets too bland. So let's just check this out. Got a bunch of stuff in here. Okay, so this one is the biggest one I got, and it's supposed to be moss inside and outside, so it's quite sustainable in that sense. It does look quite attractive, doesn't it? These are the same quality as the big ones, just a little bit smaller. You can see. And then these are even smaller. Made sure to kind of center it somewhat. Now we need something here on the sides. I might just put those back candles again. Okay, well, I'm trying to create symmetry. I think I need your ideas, guys. What do you think I should put on the sides here? Let me take it from afar. Okay. I do have to say I really like the balls a lot, but I feel like now I need something on the sides. I tried creating the height with these candles because we swing the TV. I can't really put any kind of vases there or anything that's taller than that clearance right there. So no tall vases I can put. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to do is a very small project. I have a lot of plants around my house, and some of them have drainage holes, and the ones that have drainage holes don't have the plate underneath of them. I've noticed them, as much as I let them drain in the sink for quite a long time and then wipe them off, and even sometimes put a little paper towel underneath to kind of not ruin the surface that they're going back onto, I still notice the rings around them. So I found these stones, and I've seen people use them as bathroom mats as well. So it's an actual like stone surface, two-sided, very dry. If you have dry thing like me, you probably hate this sound right now, but I have to say I have it, and this doesn't actually feel that bad. So you put these under your plants, and they help soak up some of the leftover drippage, and they're kind of neutral and pretty, I think, and they should fit most of my pots. So let's go around and put these under my plants. See? Those are the little circles that I'm telling you about. Okay, so hopefully this will help. Oh, this is so annoying. So the next thing I wanted to do is use moss again. Yes, I got a chunk of natural moss, and what I wanted to do is to create moss surrounding the plants, so like covering the dirt, the soil around them, to create a bit more of a neutral look, more pleasing look, because I'll show you the difference. You probably will see it right away too with me, I'm sure. Okay, so here's my moss, premium dried forest moss. Okay, it definitely smells like forest. It smells truly incredible. So I'll just literally slowly just cover it up on the sides. Oh, I love how natural this looks. Sometimes I see it's very kind of, synthetic, which again, nothing's wrong with it. Everybody just likes different things. This bulb has to be exposed. This is my first time growing amaryllis, however, and they've been like this for a month and nothing makes them grow, which is a real bummer, because I feel like I'm doing something wrong and I cannot pinpoint what exactly it is that I'm doing wrong. Okay, so I'm just going to compress it down like that, just so it looks a little bit better, especially this specific plant, which is the bulb. Okay, that's one of them. Looks nice. There's so many nuts in this thing. Oh my lord, you guys, you have no idea. And I bought like store-bought indoor soil. I thought it would be fine, but I guess I should have run it under like Dawn with water, like soak it a little bit to just unfortunately kill all of the eggs and microorganisms, but you don't really need them indoors. You need them outside. Oh, there's the net. Oh gosh, they're so annoying. So another giant plant I have is this guy. I'll show you just how huge he is right here. Okay, so look at this giant. He's touching the ceiling, almost touching it. We had a leak in the ceiling. So look at that. It's huge, okay? It's literally ginormous. I don't know what to do with it. It has gotten out of hand. We've had it for about, well, almost 5 years, I'd say, for 4 years or so. It was one of the first things I got for this house is my ficus tree and this guy, and he has doubled in size in 4 years, and he looks like this just monster giant in the corner. I don't really know what to do with it. I tried trimming it. I cut out a few of the suckers out, and it's still gigantic. I don't know, but the bottom line is I'm kind of almost like I know these are beautiful, considerably, but it is giant. I mean, let me hold on, stand to next to it. Okay. How huge is that? It's literally humongous. For any size of the house, I think it's too big, but anyway, so I'm gonna add the moss to it too while I'm trying to think of what to do with it. Our family also collects rocks. Every time we go on a hike, one of us brings a rock. Look how cool this one is. It looks like there's a writing, but there isn't. It's actually like inside of the actual rock. How cool is that? So these are some of the rocks that we found and could not keep our hands off. So we put them in plants. Okay, that looks a little bit nicer, I think. So another just quick fix that I really was meaning to do for a while now is to change up these drawers. They do look wonderful. They're from IKEA. We had them for about 10 to 15 years. I don't know, I've had them forever. Since I started dating Daryl, I think we bought them together from IKEA, and they're wonderful. They are falling apart slowly, and they're just a little bit out of date. I don't like the little squares in the middle anymore. We still use similar ones in our closets. They work fine. But here I do interviews and stuff like that, and I really want something a little bit different. So I picked up these ones from Target. And I feel like they're so nice and a little bit more feminine and have a bit more texture to them than just flat ones. And these are somewhat a little like officey, which it is an office, but like I feel like I would like something a little bit more playful, interesting. Look at this cool book, guys. So I found it in a thrift shop back in Maryland, in Baltimore, Maryland. I don't remember how exactly I stumbled upon it, but I was looking for something about Russia, and I found this one, and it had like these things in here, like the I don't know what you call them, negatives, right? Aren't those cool? These are really cool. I remember I got them even like for a video and never end up using them. Maybe I'll do something with this book one day. That would be awesome. Then it has just like some history about Soviet Union. Oh yeah, that's right. It has this thing here too. Vinyl. Look, how cool is that? I remember I saw it. I'm like, okay, I have got to keep this because this is like, this feels historic. At some point, I started reading. I can't even pronounce it. I'm gonna butcher it for sure. Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavad. I'm not gonna try butchering it. Sorry. I tried reading it for a while. I even did a lot of highlighting. Again, you remember I was always a very spiritual person. Always very interested in different religions and how everything works. Kind of got burnt out this year, but we'll see how life turns out to be. But I remember I watched closely Life of Will Smith, and he, in one of the interviews, said that he's reading this right now, and he was interested in it. So I started reading that as well. But again, it's a lot. It's a lot to read. It's hard to read the whole book. Yeah, I like it so much better. Okay, I love this so much. I'm gonna keep going. So, quick story. I will tell you one day how we met with Daryl. Our first date. It was quite interesting. I got this cognac bottle for our first date and brought those chicken patties. Remember that story? So instead of tossing that bottle, I decided to keep it, and I just like put some food coloring in it to remind us about that day. But that was the first day we met each other, so I'm keeping that bottle. At one point, early on, I'd say, when I started my channel, and I had all of these interviews and people talking to me all the time about what I do. And I used to go to a lot of like meetups to try and make friends back in Maryland. Actually, I haven't done that here as much, but I made these cards. Every time somebody would ask me, oh, what do you do? I'm like, well, I do SMR videos. You can check them out if you want to have a card. More like networking. I was so proud of myself. I made like the whole thing. So I made these cards. I'll close my last name here, but it's not my real name, by the way. A lot of people think that that's my real name, but it's not. Okay, and I have like my email, which it's open for public, and I like put ASMR, immersive relaxation, sound therapy, my email, and my YouTube channel. I was so proud of myself. So I made a ton of them. They do look a little bit outdated, I'd say now, maybe not, I don't know, but I'll keep them as a keepsake, right? So pretty, I love it. Okay, this one's gonna be huge. I have a lot of stuff in there. Puffy fabric paint. Do you know what I use it for sometimes? To make Mila's socks non-slip. So you would just, on the bottom of the sock, you would dot this or make little squiggles and something, let them air dry, and you can wash them normally or inside out. Sometimes it's better, but it literally helps all socks to stop from sliding, and it's incredible. It has to be this puffy one, puffy paint. Okay, I really love this one. Look how pretty it looks. It looks so much better in this space, right? With this blue too. kind of gives it a little more cozy vibe, I'd say, at least in my opinion. Okay, you guys, so that's it for today. I got pretty tired, so I gotta go lay down and relax for a minute. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I should say. And I'll see you soon again. I hope this maybe motivated you to go through some of your stuff, maybe cleanse some of your stuff, maybe add some prettiness to your space, or maybe take away some stuff to make it more minimalistic and more clean. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you soon again.